one. What do you think is the ideal duration of for a comprehensive course on transforming workplace culture, leadership, or both?
There is no ideal. It depends very much on the organization and the level that they're at to start with. So, for example, in digital terms, an easier one for me to come to is what is the digital maturity of the organization, and therefore what is the level of immersion that they need in the learning journey, and probably the duration of that too. So it's very immature organization, and they're struggling with transformation. The immersion needs to be a constant. Almost, if you think about it just as a business year, it needs to be month on month, whereby for more mature organizations or individuals at any levels, really, then it can be more ad hoc. It can be blended, which it should be as well, using the ability to drive knowledge first through means of self-driven learning or virtual classes. And then any time that we have face-to-face or as a group on group projects, applying what we've learned so that it can be action-based and we can start to work on the specific skills improvement, which we're not doing enough of. So formal learning like that can come in many forms, but I think the biggest learning benefit that can happen is recreating a coaching culture in many of our organizations. So managers and leaders who have now, from what I said before, flattened the organization, can move away from performance supervision and into performance support. So that on-the-job learning becomes more relevant, more appropriate, and more powerful, probably, than any other learning. And that's where we have a gap.
I like that. The book that always comes to mind when I think of organizations, and it's being borne out, like with what you were talking about, the survey, it seems to have come to similar conclusions. Daniel Pink did a book years ago called Drive, and it was sort of like the science that we know about what motivates people in organizations versus what's being practiced. And it came down to mastery, autonomy, and purpose. Mastery, the ability to improve, which is obviously related to training. Autonomy, saying, look, you know what you're doing. We're here to help if you need it. Otherwise, just go do your work. We're good. And purpose, that is, that what you do matters something beyond the paycheck, that you really feel like it. And unfortunately, people are sort of abusing the purpose side of things, where it's like, I'm here to serve, buy my crap. It's like, that isn't what we mean by purpose and serving. It should serve and not defined by you, the person selling or giving that thing, but the person receiving it or the community receiving it. When they say it's service, then it's service. That's not for us to decide. That's for us to learn from them. So I really like that. By the way, you were talking about that survey. Is that available, or is that
It is
top secret? Can you please share links with me on that?
It's available, very much available. It is at website www.tlai.org. And that is the Transformational Leadership Acceleration Institute. So the tlai.org, where you can download that research for free, but also download more information from what you're just talking about there, Tim, around appropriate learning journeys based on where you are now and where you want to be in X time period.
Thank you. I want that for my own selfish purposes, but at the same time, I'm delighted it's available to everybody, because I'm all about the learning. Okay, so next